Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 12th of May, and I am out walking my dog in my high vis and talking about class sizes today. Yeah, it's not usual for me to talk about class sizes. It's not something I feel very strongly about, or as strongly as most people talk about. But there was a newspaper article yesterday, I think, which talked about how it's predicted that primary school enrolments are going to reduce significantly in the next few years. It's kind of hard to believe that when you hear some members of certain establishments, would that be the right word, basically talking about how Ireland is full and there's no room and there's mass migration coming into Ireland, and yet our primary schools are going to be reducing in numbers. Anyhow, that aside, I wanted to maybe ask a little bit of a question, because I think one of the things that's missing from that argument, fewer children in classrooms is a very good idea. We have the highest class sizes in the EU. Not only that, we have this other situation that not only do we have the highest class sizes in the EU, we don't have teaching assistants in our classrooms. So essentially you've got one person, one teacher trying to manage these very high classes. So the first question I'm going to ask, and I suppose is one of the questions for the unconvention, is what would you think about teaching assistants in every classroom as a recommendation for the education system in the first place? I think some people feel very strongly that reducing class sizes would be a higher priority than having teaching assistants in each classroom. I would be in favour of having an extra adult in each classroom than reducing class sizes at the moment. If I had to choose, I'd obviously choose both, and we should have both. That's my first question. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the unintended consequences of lowering class sizes because of the system that we have. All schools get their grants based on the number of children in the school. So the fewer children that are actually in a primary school, the less funding the school receives. So I'd be very worried that, and I've been very worried for the last number of years, because we have had reductions in class sizes, which means enrolments have gone down, and it means that less money is filtering into the schools. I'm also concerned that resource allocations, so that's the set allocations as they're known, they're also based on enrolments as well. That's one of the criteria, is the size of the school. And if your school is, let's say you're a big school and the class size goes down, you could potentially be losing 16 to 20 children in your school because of class size. You're at risk of losing a set teacher as a result of that, because you'll have 20 fewer enrolments. I'm not saying that's going to definitely happen, but I've definitely seen it happen, that justification for reducing set allocations is due to falling enrolments. And there are two variables that I don't ever hear spoken about when I hear about reducing class sizes, because if we're going to reduce class sizes, we're also going to have to ensure the safety of those criteria, that schools remain financially viable, that their funding has to increase. It has to increase even more and more and more. I mean, it's still very, very low, but this is a risk. And also that set allocations will be protected as well when it comes to funding. So I think that's my thoughts for today. I'd be very interested in what you think. So 2 questions for you to ponder on for the unconvention potentially is, if we had a choice, and again, this is just sort of a thought experiment. I think we should have both. I don't think we should have either or either. Would you prefer an extra adult in your classroom, or would you prefer to have a class teacher to student ratio of the average EU with just one adult in the classroom? And the second question is, I wonder what you think is, if our enrolments are all going to go down, how do you think we can ensure that we are protected from financial crisis and set allocations going down? That's it for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, whatever you do, and we will see you tomorrow.